Now, before we haven't left the '90s just yet, but this is a more of a fan service favorite question for me here because I'll admit when we did our deep dive and when you told me that we were getting you on the show, I was like, I know who that is and I know where I know her from. I like how to go out. And so in 1998, also directed by Tony Scott, rest in peace, and starring Will Smith and Gene Hackman, you play Krista Hawkins in Enemy of the State. Let's take the opportunity to talk about the relationship between. Let's talk about that for a second here. When you're an Enemy of the State, what was it like being there? Tell us about that whole experience, how that came about.
That's another weird one. I was in a bar. I was in a bar waiting for a friend who was running late, and before she got there, this guy came and started trying to chat me up, and
You didn't hit him on the head, did you?
I did not. I'm not prone to violence.
I'm just making sure.
I am not. I don't take shit. So, but yeah. So he starts talking to me about the National Security Agency, and he's going on and on about the National Security Agency. Well, at this time, no one knew about the National Security Agency. No one. And so we're playing this game of did you know? Well, did you know? Well, did you know? Well, did you know? Well, did you know? And finally, I stop him and say, why do you know anything about the NSA? And he's like, well, I'm writing a script about it. And I was like, oh, okay. Because, everybody's writing a script about something in LA. And then he goes, well, how do you know all this? And I said, well, my dad runs it. And he stopped caring whether or not he could hit on me and instead was like, wait, what? And so he wanted to meet with me and pick my brain and, see maybe I think if he could get closer to my father and things like that. So he turned out to be the writer of Enemy of the State.
Oh, man.
He is how I met Ivana Chubbuck. He took me to Ivana Chubbuck's class to audit it. And that was how I got my last and went forever. I mean, she was basically my entire LA experience, acting teacher and coach. I had a few before her, but she was the one that I think worked best for me. He also introduced me to Marilyn Black, who became my manager. And then he set up a meeting for me to meet with Tony Scott. And so I don't know what he told Tony, but I show up in this empty office building on a weekend. Already scary, sounds like the beginning of a Me Too story, but isn't. And I arrive and he's smoking. None of the lights are on. It's daylight out, but none of the lights are on. And he is sitting in this sort of darkened giant office, toting on this cigar, and there's smoke billowing around, very much like one of his movies.
Yeah.
And we're visiting and chatting, and at some point he goes, you're not at all what I thought you'd be. And I said, oh, really? What did you think I would be? And he goes, well, I thought your dad was a nerd and you'd be the daughter of a nerd. And I said, well, what do you think now? And he said, now I think you're Krista. And I said, oh, who's that? So I went through a grueling audition process. And I hired Ivana to coach me, and I worked my butt off to get that part because I knew that it would change everything.
It was amazing. Yes.
Yeah, everybody is in it. Everybody is in it, and you'll notice that my credit is 7th, which was the only thing I asked for, because back then we didn't have the internet IMDb listings for actors. We had these big movie guides, and if you were not in the first 8 credits, you wouldn't be listed. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted my credit 7th so that, Jason Robards and all them, they could all be behind me.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.